Hello, I'm Chris Bird. I'm a lecturer in horticulture and one of the joint leaders of the Chelsea project for RHS Chelsea Flower Show in 2024. Well, because of our theme, the branches out from careers, so it's actually plants, roots and branches, then we wanted to do a launch event to try and get people from all different branches of the horticultural industry together, but equally with alumni and current students from the college. So it's been a really superb opportunity for people to meet. Some people have not met for 20 years and others are new to each other, but they've actually met through emails or through Zoom, but have not met person to person. Yeah, no, I think it's particularly valuable that people don't realise quite how far people from their college careers and when they've left the college, that there is such a wealth of opportunity within horticulture, and also that it's a very good community spirit, and so it's really been incredibly positive, and a lot of links have been made. Well, I think this year's garden, because we are celebrating 125 years of horticultural education in Hampshire, with the college starting in Old Basing, near Basingstoke, in 1899, that it's very, very useful to actually think about putting people together, but also the opportunity to spread the word about how dynamic and forward-thinking the horticultural industry is. So a lot of people don't appreciate the breadth of opportunity. Yeah, so this year particularly we're having a look at how the horticultural industry is sort of built and the different facets that are available, and it's absolutely superb to look at the stories of our students and where they've actually progressed to. So we've got numerous examples of that. Yeah, so the RHS Plant of the Year 2024, we've got 3 strong contenders from Hilliers, all from Alan Postel's breeding programme, and Alan and his wife Jackie are with us today at the launch event. So that's superb, together with the opportunity of getting other contenders from Patrick Fairweather at Fairweathers at Bewley. So again, it's a strong Hampshire field. Yeah, so Chelsea is, or RHS Chelsea is an opportunity to show not only horticulture but also Hampshire horticulture. So there are a lot of contenders and a lot of people behind the scenes have contributed, and it's lovely that some of our ex-students are now growing plants for other exhibitors at Chelsea. So there is a complete RHS Chelsea legacy. So this year is superb. We've got a very close-knit team of 9 students who actually get on superbly well. They're working very, very well at the moment, and so they are taking the maximum opportunity there, and so we're hoping that we'll continue our good run of success.
Hi, I'm Chloe.
I'm Quinn. I'm Josh.
And we are 3 students doing RHS Chelsea this year, and we are really thrilled and excited.
This year's garden is celebrating 125 years of Sparsholt College, and it's incorporating different aspects, different root shoots and pathways that we can go down.
It's showcasing some of the best sort of pathways that are available. So we've got a laboratory, we've got a classroom, we've got, what else have we got?
A nursery.
A nursery and
a workshop.
And a workshop. So it gives you all those different aspects and little tidbits of where you can go and where people have gone in the past 125 years.
My name's Helen McCormack, and I came to Sparsholt in about 2016 and was studying an RHS Level 2 course at that time. Yeah, I really like the design. I think it's very clever the way it covers all the different aspects of the history of Sparsholt, so looking past, but also I really like the bits with the lab and the future, that kind of thing. I think that's it's perfect. Well, I found for myself, I learned so much about horticulture and plants through actually doing something for real, that we were growing the plants, but we were growing them for a real event rather than not minding whether it worked or not. And I think for the students, it's not just about the plants and growing plants, but all of the planning that they need to do, all the diverse skills that they need to have in construction, in design, and taking all of those things, it seems to me it kind of encompasses everything that they're learning in their course in something that has such a fantastic outcome.
My name's Charles Carr and I'm head of wholesale nurseries at Hillier Nurseries just up the road, and I did my MVQs here in 1988, I think it was. Yeah, lots of memories. I think it was quite a long time ago and there's not necessarily anything very specific, but I just remember learning this science behind the plants, and working on the nursery we were getting at all the practical skills, and by coming to Sparsholt on block release we really learned the science and put some technical background in behind the growing. Yeah, so we have quite a bit to do with Chris. So we've been working with Sparsholt for the last few years with our new introductions. So Sparsholt have been putting those into the RHS Plant of the Year competition on our behalf. So last year I think we had 4 plants put through by Sparsholt, one of which was introduced to the RHS committees by my daughter, who's now a student here as well. And then various Sparsholt students come and work on the nursery, come and do student visits, so it's quite a good link, and it works both ways. In fact, I've just employed a Sparsholt student this morning. Yeah, and I think horticulture is an industry with far more facets to it than people realise. So if you just look at Hillier, we've got a marketing team, a finance team, a merchandising team within all of the retail side. We've got people carrying out agronomy, horticulture, the sales and admin teams. So keeping a big business running, there's lots and lots of different parts to it and lots of different skills required. Yeah, looking at the plans for the Chelsea Garden, it's really interesting, and it does capture horticulture from education and then some of the different examples that link into the horticultural industry. And I think it's going to make a really good visual garden with Chris's old college books on display. If I was giving somebody some advice going into the industry, I think it's try everything. Never say no to any opportunity, and go and try absolutely everything. And if an opportunity comes before you, just say yes and go and do it. You never regret doing something.
Hi, I'm Alan.
And I'm Jackie, and we'd like to just encourage you to have a really good time at the flower show, and we hope that you have a great success, which I'm sure you will.
And just enjoy yourself. That's the main thing.
Horticulture's been a wonderful thing for our whole lives. Alan has just recently retired after 60 years.
Enjoyed every minute of it, so it's a place to be.
And I also worked in garden centres and nurseries, and we actually met at work. And also remember that you can travel around the world with horticulture because you're dealing with plants all in Latin names, so you don't have to learn a whole lot of new language.
It's been an interesting networking event. We've got to meet lots of the local nurserymen, plant breeders from all around Hampshire. Lots of past students, a few, not current students, lots of past students. And it's been a really enjoyable event to network and meet possible future employees.
It's really nice to meet like-minded people and be in a room where you're getting to learn all of these different stories. How have they got to where they are? Where have they been? Have they been at Sparsholt? Have they always been here? What are their influences? It's been really nice to hear everything that they've had to say about their lives, and it's also influenced a lot of horticulture today.
Yeah, we've gained a lot of valuable inside knowledge and a lot of people's stories, where they came from, you know, how they got there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Peter Moore. I started my working life at Hillier Nurseries back in 1960 in the propagation department. There I stayed. Eventually in 1970 I got moved to Germans Main and Ampfield. At that point I was responsible for the new plants which were coming in from botanical gardens around the world. And one particular batch of cuttings some Choicea arizonica turned up, and I crossed that with Choicea tenata and raised a form called Aztec Pearl, which was in fact launched at Hilliers in 1989, and over 10 years was one of the best-selling Choiceas in the country, evergreens. And continued sort of plant breeding. And in '97, I moved from Hilliers and went to Longstop Park Nursery in Stockbridge, part of the John Lewis Empire. And there I created Choicea White Dazzler, which I marketed with agents, Genesis, through. So now that White Dazzler is available in garden centres throughout the UK and in Europe. I enjoy passing on my knowledge so that others may be as enthusiastic in their other plants as I am. So in time they may be able to pass their knowledge on to others.
Hi, my name's Hayden and I'm studying horticulture at Sparsholt College. All my life I've grown up outdoors because my grandparents owned a farm, so I've been a really outdoorsy person my whole life. And I didn't want to go into farming, but I wanted to be outdoors, and horticulture suited me the best, so that's why I wanted to go into it. I came on an open day and Sparsholt offered really good facilities, and the lecturers seemed like they had really good knowledge, which they really do. So yeah, I chose Sparsholt for those reasons. The course has been really good and it's very full on, lots of information and everything. It's really enjoyable and the people are really nice, and we get loads of really good experiences visiting gardens like Bramdean House and Hinton Ampner. After Sparsholt, I would hope to go into something like nursery work or propagation, and I would also like to travel and go to other countries around the world.
Peter Catt, and I have a nursery called Liss Forest Nursery at Gretham, near Liss in Hampshire. My advice to the students is that the important thing with growing plants is to know your plants. You must get experience and knowledge before you can really make a mark in this nursery world. Good luck to them in so far as if they study and take advantage of the two-year course that you presently have here, then that is brilliant. I'm afraid I never went to college. I left school at 16 or 15 rather. With regard to the stand at Chelsea, I do believe that if they put their backs into it and get involved with it, it can be an exciting opportunity for them.
My name's Maddie. I've just finished my level 2 apprenticeship with Sparsholt, and I'm going on to start my new business as of next week. So when I was at Sparsholt, I sort of started off, I came from a background that was absolutely nothing to do with horticulture or gardening. I worked in customer service for 8 years dealing with complaints. So it literally was a breath of fresh air to come in and start sort of doing, you know, working with plants and getting the knowledge behind it. And there's so many facilities here that are like incredible to be able to just sort of jump in sort of feet first and yeah, and start learning about it. But yeah, I could spend ages listing off every single thing that I've learned, but it would take ages. The design looks amazing. Yeah, I think it's a really good theme as well. It's very important to sort of hit the nail on the head about the educational sector in horticulture. And it's just nice seeing how many sort of young people are into it now. It's just really good. Yeah, it's really good. So if I was to give any advice to anyone sort of wanting to go into this sort of side of the career, I'd say just do it. I wish I'd done it earlier. I wish I'd done it sort of straight from school. If I was, you know, focused at that time, I think I probably would have done. But yeah, you know, the course was great. I think as long as you stay on top of your workload at the beginning, then it's just smooth sailing from there. And if you have an interest in it, it doesn't feel like work at all. So it's just, it's just furthering your knowledge. And, you know, with an apprenticeship as well, you're getting paid for it. You get the hands-on experience, looks good on the CV. So yeah, just enjoy it and just, yeah, stay focused on it as much as you can do.
Next, I'd like to go on to uni and study landscape architecture.
I want to lean in towards more heritage gardening, protecting plants and nurturing them.
I'm just happy to do a lot of things, as long as it's to do with horticulture, really. I don't know quite where it'll take me yet, but that's the exciting part.